Hello, I am one student. Today we are going to go through your section 5.1 Solving Systems of Equations by Graphing Quiz Review before your test tomorrow. Okay, so numbers 1 through 2, it says, tell whether the given point is a solution to the system of equations by substituting it into both equations and seeing if they both produce true statements. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to use -5, I'm going to plug in for x. 2, I'm going to plug in for y into both equations. Let's use the first equation. We're going to substitute in y, which is 2, equals -x. So -5 minus 3. And I'm like, okay, we're going to find out, is this true? Okay, 2 is equal to, a negative times a negative is a positive, so it's +5 minus 3. And +5 minus 3 is 2, so that made a true statement there. Let's check the second equation. Y, which is 2, is equal to 3 times x, which is -5 plus 10. So 2 is equal to -15 plus 10. Is 2 equal to -15 plus 10 is -5? That's a no. Since plugging in this point to both equations did not produce a true statement for both, we can conclude -5, 2 is not a solution to the system. Okay, for number 2, we are going to plug in x is 3, y as 4, and see if we get true statements out of both equations. So here's the first equation, x, which is 3, plus y, which is 4, equals 7. 7 does equal 7, so that's true. Let's check the second one. X, which is 3, minus 2 times y, which is 4, equals -5. This is 3 minus 8 equals -5. And 3 minus 8 is -5, which is equal to -5. Another true statement. Since when I plugged this point into both equations, I got out true statements, I can conclude 3, 4 is a solution to the system. So we can say 3, 4 is a solution to the system. Okay, moving along, we're going to do the same thing below, but instead of being given the solution point, we have to go look it up. So I see where the lines intersect, that is the solution, and this is located at 1, 2, 3 over, and 2 up. I'm going to plug 3 in for x and 2 in for y into both equations to verify the solution. So here's the first equation, x, which is 3, plus y, which is 2, equals 5. 5 does equal 5. And the next equation is y, which is 2, minus 2 times x, which is 3, equals -4. 2 minus 6 equals -4. -4 does equal -4, so that's true. I verified. Number 4, I'm going to find where these lines intersect, which is right here. And that intersection point is at -1, 2, 3, -3 over, -1 down. So -3, -1. I'm going to plug in x for -3 and y as -1. Let's check the two equations. Top equation is 4 times x, x is -3, minus 6 times y, y is -1, equals -6. 4 times -3 is -12, and a -6 times a -1 is a +6, equals -6. negative 6 does equal negative 6. So I verify that is a solution. The next equation is 4 times x, which is negative 3, minus 4 times y, which is negative 1, equals negative 8. 4 times 3 is 12, negative 12, and negative 4 and negative 1 is a positive 4. So I get negative 8 does equal negative 8. All right, we're going to continue this same pattern here. I see my solution right here where the points intersect as being 0, negative 2, 0 over down 2. I'm going to plug x in for 0, y in for 2, and I'm going to check both equations. Let's do the top equation. 5 times x, which is 0, minus 4 times y, which is negative 2, equals 8. 5 times 0 is 0, and negative 4 times negative 2 is 8, so I get a true statement. Bottom equation, negative x, x is 0, plus 2 times y, y is negative 2, equals negative 4. Negative 0 is just 0, and 2 times negative 4 is negative 4, which equals negative 4, another true statement. All right. Moving along, I'm going to identify the solution, which is right here. I'm moving 3 over 0 up. 3 over 0 up. I'm plugging in x as 3 and y as 0. I'm going to check both equations now. The top equation is x, which is 3, plus y, which is 0, equals 3. 3 plus 0 is 3 equals 3. That's true. The bottom equation is 2 times x, which is 3, minus y, which is 0, equals 6. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 0 is 6, which equals 6, another true statement. So remember, when you're plugging in points to check the solution, you want to substitute the point into each equation, and if you get a true statement, that point is a solution to the system. If you get a false statement, like you saw above, that means it is not a solution. It needs to be a true statement for both equations. Okay? Let's move along. It says solve the system of equations by graphing both lines and finding their intersection, then check your solution using substitution. Okay, let's plot this first line here. This has a y-intercept of 0, 6. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope, rise over run, and b is your y-intercept, 0, comma b. This is your starting point. You start at your y-intercept and then follow your slope. So my y-intercept is 0, 6, and my slope here is 1 over 3, which means I can go up 1, right 3 from 6. So 6, I can go up 1, right 3, up 1, right 3, up 1, right 3. I can also go down and left. That's the opposite direction, down and left. And I'm going to connect as straight as possible. My second equation has a y-intercept of 0, 3. And I'm going to write it over here, but the slope is negative 2 over 3. That means I can go down 2 and right 3, or I can also go up 2 and left 3. So I'm going to start off at positive 3, and I'm going to go down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3. Also, I can go up 2, left 3, up 2, left 1, 2, 3, up 2, left 3. and I can draw that line in. I can find their point of intersection, which is right here, located at -3, 5. -3/5 up. I want to check to make sure that this is correct by plugging in x is -3, y is 5 into both equations. So let's check the blue equation. I've got y, which is 5, is equal to 1/3 times x, which is a -3/1, plus 6. I can see these cancel out, and this gives me a product of 5 equals -1 plus 6. 5 equals 5, that's true. Let's check the green equation. I'm not going to start with y. Y equals, so y is 5 equals, question mark, -2/3 times x. X is a -3/1 plus 3. 5 is equal to, these cancel out, and a -2 times a -1 is equal to a +2 plus 3. 5 is equal to 5. That's true. So I picked the correct point as my solution. Let's check this blue equation now. I've got a y-intercept of 0, -3, and a slope as -3/2. So I can go down 3, right 2. My other option is I can say 3/-2, which means up 3 and left 2. So I'm going to start at -3. I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 2, down 3, right 2, or I can go up 3, left 2, up 3, left 2, up 3, left 2, up 3, left 2, until I extend throughout the length of my graph. There's my first line. My second line, I'm going to write the info for it over here. I've got a y-intercept of 0, 5 with a slope of 1/2, which I can go up 1, right 2. Or my other option is down 1 and left 2. Start off at 0, 5. I'm going to go up 1, right 2. Or down 1, left 2. And I'm going to connect as straight as possible. I'm going to mark where they intersect, which is right here at -4, +3. To check and make sure I got the correct solution, I'm going to plug in x is -4, y as 3. Let's do it for the blue equation first. Y, which is 3, equals -3/2 times x, which is a -4/1, minus 3. Okay, 3 is equal to -3 times -4 is a +12/2 minus 3. 3 is equal to 12 divided by 2 is 6 minus 3. 3 equals 3. Bottom equation, y, which is 3, is equal to 1/2 x. X is -4/1 plus 5. 3 is equal to -1 times -4 is a -4/2 plus 5, which is the same as -2 plus 5, and that's 3. So I just verified that my solution is correct. 2 more to go. Let's start off with our top equation. Our y-intercept here is 0, 4, and our slope is a -1/1, so I can go down 1, right 1, Or I also have the option of going up and left 1. So let's start off at our y-intercept of 4, and we're going down and right 1 each time, or up and left, and connect as straight as possible. My next equation I'm looking at, I'm going to put the info over here. I have a y-intercept of 0, -8, and a slope of 2 over 1. So I can go up to right 1, or my other option is -2 over -1, which is down and left. So 0, -8, and I'm going up to right 1, up to right 1, up to right 1. And I'm going to just go the entirety of the graph until I can't anymore, and I'm going to connect as straight as possible. I see my solution here. It's at 4, 0. To verify this is correct, I'm going to plug in 4 for x, 0 for y, and check the blue equation first. Y, which is 0, equals -x, -4 plus 4. That's 0 equals 0. That's true. For the green equation, I'm going to plug in y, which is 0, equals 2 times x, which is 4, minus 8. I get 0 equals 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8 is 0, so that is the correct solution. Lastly, for number 6, we need to get both of these equations into slope-intercept form first. I'm going to take the blue equation to the side, and I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to say 6x plus 3y equals 12. I need to isolate that y. First move is to subtract the 6x to the other side. I will end up with 3y equals -6x plus 12. I need to get that y by itself, so to get rid of that 3, I'm going to divide by 3 everywhere. And I will get y equals -2x plus 4. Okay, my y-intercept for this equation is 0, 4. And my slope is a -2 over 1, which means I can go down 2 and right 1. Or I can go up to left 1. I'm going to start off at a +4, and I'm going to go down to right 1 for the entirety of the graph. Or I can also go up to left 1. And I'm going to connect these points as straight as possible. All right, I'm going to do the same thing for the green equation. 4x plus y equals 14. To get y by itself, I'm going to subtract 4x to each side, and I'll get y equals -4x plus 14. So my y-intercept is 14, 0, 14. And my slope is going to be -4 over 1, so down 4, right 1. Oh no, we're off the graph. That's okay, no worries. We're going to just draw a little bit, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here's my y-intercept at 0, 14. And I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and right 1. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. 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 So these lines are really close to each other, but that's okay. And I can see my solution right here of 5, -6. You want to plug this into your original equations. So I'm going to use the original blue equation to just make sure that the solution is correct, just in case I made a mistake in my math over here. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to plug in x for 5 and y as -6. So my blue equation is 6 times 5 plus 3 times y, which is -6, equals 12. 30 and 3 times -6 is a -18 equals 12. Well, 30 minus 18 is 12. That's true. And this next one is 4 times x, which is 5, plus y, which is a -6, equals 14. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 6 equals 14. That's true. 14 equals 14. It's always a good idea to check your solution and make sure that you got it correct. You have nothing but time on your quiz. You have all day to complete it. So if I were you, I would take my time. Hopefully this video was helpful, and I am wishing you the best of luck on your quiz tomorrow. Use all your resources that are available to you and do your very best. Bye.